Okay, let's talk Amazon FBA profits. Are yours feeling a bit squeezed? You're putting in all this effort, sourcing great products, managing listings, doing everything you think you should. But the margins just aren't matching the work, right?
Absolutely. It's a really common frustration.
It really is.
And, what often gets missed is how these costs, they sort of subtly chip away at your profits. It's not just the obvious FBA fees people see up front.
Right.
It's the storage costs creeping up, those overage charges that can surprise you, and then this big one, stranded inventory. Just sitting there.
Money down the drain.
Exactly. It can lead to, significant money loss, and you might not even spot it until you really, really dig into the numbers.
Okay, so if that sounds familiar, if you're feeling that pinch, then you're definitely in the right place today. We're doing a deep dive into some powerful strategies to really, truly optimize your Amazon FBA profits. We've pulled insights from a fantastic expert guide on smart FBA operations and, this is key, using third-party logistics 3PL strategically.
Yeah, that 3PL piece is crucial.
It is. So our mission today is basically to give you a shortcut, get you well-informed, fast. We want to uncover, say, 5 real, tangible ways you can cut costs, streamline things, and actually boost those profit margins.
Actionable stuff.
Exactly. Think of this as your strategic blueprint for better FBA. So when you think about those sort of hidden costs, where's the first place sellers usually bleed money without realizing it? Is it always inventory?
Almost always, yeah. Inventory is usually the biggest culprit. It's the fundamental challenge, really. And that brings us to our first strategy.
Yeah.
You've got to master inventory turnover.
Okay.
The real insight here, it isn't just about saving a few bucks on fees, though that's part of it. It's understanding that inventory isn't just stuff. It's cash.
Yeah.
Your cash. Tied up.
Right, locked up.
Exactly. So the faster you turn that inventory back into cash, the more, agile and profitable your business can be. It's a shift, really, from stockpiling to flow management.
That makes a lot of sense. So can you give us a real-world example? How does that actually play out?
Okay, let's take Sarah. She sells these organic reusable food storage bags. Her SKU, the identifier, is ORG3PKGRN.
Got it.
So initially, like a lot of sellers do, she made that common mistake, sending 3 months worth of stock straight to FBA.
Oh.
Yeah, and guess what? Half of it just sat there, didn't sell quickly, and that inaction. It cost her over $300 just in long-term storage fees.
Wow. Just evaporated.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Money vanishing because inventory wasn't moving.
Okay, that's a clear hit. So what was her breakthrough? How did she fix that?
Her solution was actually brilliantly simple. She started using a 3PL service, a third-party logistics provider.
Right, outsourcing the warehousing and shipping.
Exactly. So now she stores the main stash of her inventory with them, and she only sends maybe 2 weeks worth of bags to Amazon FBA at a time. Much smaller batches, more frequently.
That sounds much more manageable and nimble.
It is. It completely changes her cash flow dynamics.
So what was the bottom line impact? The financial result of just that one change?
It was pretty significant. I mean, this adjustment, which sounds kind of small, saved her $2.30 per unit just in storage fees over only 60 days.
That adds up fast.
It absolutely does. It just highlights how getting that inventory flow right directly impacts your bottom line. Keeps your cash free, stops those fees from eating you alive.
But okay, even if you nail the inventory turnover, there's another sneaky profit drain, isn't there? Those FBA prep mistakes, headaches, hidden costs. Which brings us nicely to strategy number 2. Using that 3PL strategically for prep and storage too.
Exactly. Yeah. And what's really key here is how a dedicated 3PL can just eliminate that whole category of headache.
Right.
They handle all that crucial prep stuff like meticulous inspection, getting the labels right, custom bundling if you need it, precise shipment prep.
All the fiddly bits.
All the fiddly bits. And they do it affordably, usually, which prevents those costly rejections from Amazon, or even worse, unhappy customers later on.
So we're talking a level of detail that maybe an individual seller juggling everything might struggle with.
Often, yeah. Consistency is hard when you're doing it all yourself.
Right. So imagine their team making sure that same organic bag skill, ORG3PKGRN, is perfectly labeled every single time. Then bundling them just right, 3 packs, maybe eco-friendly packaging.
Yeah.
It's that hands-on, careful process, making sure it's all Amazon compliant, good to go first time. That saves hours, prevents those costly slip-ups.
Absolutely. Saves time, saves money, saves hassle.
Okay, here's a scenario that probably keeps some FBA sellers up at night. That critical what if. What happens if Amazon suddenly says, nope, you can't send more of that product in right now, limits your restock? Or worse, they suspend your ASIN, your product listing, basically.
Yeah, that's the nightmare scenario for some.
If you're only using FBA, you're kind of stuck, right? No backup plan. Which leads us straight into strategy number 3, diversifying your fulfillment. Don't put all your eggs in the Amazon basket.
That's a really crucial point. You have to ask yourself, how resilient is my business, really?
Good question.
Sarah's experience, again, is a perfect illustration. She had that sudden FBA stock out on her bags. Couldn't replenish fast enough.
The annexations.
Could have been. But because she already had that partnership with Coastal Distribution Group, her 3PL.
Ah, the backup plan.
Exactly. She was able to switch gears and fulfill 270 orders that week using FBM Fulfillment by Merchant, shipping directly via her 3PL, seamlessly. Didn't miss a beat, as they say.
Okay, so what's the big takeaway there for you listening? It's about business continuity, resilience.
Totally.
You're not completely dependent on Amazon's whims or warehouse capacity. You have flexibility. You can pivot when rules change or, stuff happens. That kind of backup, that ability to keep selling no matter what Amazon throws at you, that's invaluable, truly. All right, let's shift gears. Let's talk about something a bit more exciting, maybe. A way to boost perceived value and your selling price. Strategy 4, intelligent bundling.
Yes. Bundling is such a powerful tactic. It's about adding value, often without having to source totally new products. You're creating a better solution for the customer.
Making their life easier.
Basically. So Sarah, going back to her, she created what she called the Eco Starter Pack. The CQ for that was Eco Start Kit.
Catchy name. What was in it?
She bundled her popular storage bags, the Aura G3PK GRN, with some beeswax wrap. So you get a whole little eco-friendly kitchen solution in one go.
Smart. And the price, what did that do to her revenue?
Well, the impact is pretty remarkable, actually. That bundle sells for $22.99. Remember, the bags alone were $12.99.
Wow, nearly double the revenue per sale.
Exactly. A significant jump for, minimal added sourcing complexity, relatively speaking.
And it's more than just boosting the top line, isn't it? That strategy changes how people see the product. It's not just convenience or feeling like you got a deal.
No, it's deeper.
Yeah, you're not just selling some bags anymore. You're offering this whole Eco Starter Pack solution. It makes your product way more attractive, helps you stand out from competitors just selling, one thing.
Creates a stronger value proposition, definitely.
Okay, finally, let's tackle a real pain point for pretty much every seller. Returns.
Returns.
Right. They don't just cut into revenue, they actively erode your profitability. Can damage your brand rep, too. So strategy 5 is all about being proactive, auditing inventory, and radically cutting down those returns before they even happen.
This really comes down to what can you actually control up front, proactively?
Good way to frame it.
And the answer is, well, inspecting your inventory before it goes anywhere near an Amazon warehouse. The real power here is seeing, say, Sarah's 3PL team inspecting a batch of incoming bags and rejecting a whole defective set right there.
Charging it early.
Exactly. Those flawed items never even get into the FBA system. They never become a potential return or a source of frustration for a customer. Or worse, a negative review killing your listing.
And that direct action, catching those issues early, it translates into more than just saving on return shipping.
Much more. It means fewer customer complaints overall, fewer product issues damaging your reputation. It fundamentally protects your brand and, crucially, those profit margins you've worked so hard for.
It's like nipping problems in the bud.
Precisely. Before they grow into big, expensive headaches.
So wrapping this all up, whether you're just starting out on Amazon FBA or maybe you're already doing 7 figures, these 5 strategies, they really work together, don't they?
They absolutely do. It's a cohesive approach.
Optimizing that inventory turnover, using a 3PL for expert prep and diversified fulfillment, smart bundling to boost value, and that proactive return reduction. It all connects. It helps you cut costs, seriously streamline operations, and keep those profits looking healthy. Keep them growing.
And if we zoom out for a second, look at the bigger picture. It's pretty clear that maximizing FBA profits isn't just, finding cheap stuff to sell. It takes this really meticulous attention to detail. Inventory flow, prep accuracy, fulfillment flexibility, creating value, rigorous quality control. All these pieces matter, which actually it raises an interesting question, maybe for you, our listener, to think about. If these seemingly small tweaks in how you run your FBA operations can lead to such big financial and operational wins, well, what other areas in your own business or maybe even in your personal life could benefit from that same kind of deep dive. Looking closely at efficiency, at cost reduction, where else might small changes in flow lead to significant improvements?
That's a fantastic thought to leave everyone with. It really highlights the power of strategic thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that meticulous attention to process, it's not just for Amazon. It applies everywhere.
Sure.
Your business, a creative project, managing your household budget even. Applying these principles, efficiency, foresight, optimization, it can genuinely transform your results across the board. Really
Yeah.
powerful stuff.